All right, strap yourselves in. Today, we are diving deep into Greater China.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think so. Specifically, data privacy and AI. Like, how are the rules changing in that part of the world? We've got an expert with us who really knows this region, and some court cases, actually, that I think are going to be pretty surprising.
Well, I'm excited to dig in.
Yeah, me too. Okay, let's kick things off with this whole idea of data as a new productive force. So it's like not just information, it's more like almost like a natural resource, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's like oil or minerals, but for the digital age.
Exactly. And China's got the National Data Bureau, right? Which is basically setting the rules of the game for all things data.
Yeah, they've actually put out these guidelines on using public data, which is a big deal.
So it's not just talk. They're actually, putting it into practice. Like they're saying, okay, here's how we can use this data to like improve healthcare and education, like make things better.
Exactly. It's all about putting data to work for the good of society.
So is this just a China thing?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of other countries are still kind of figuring out their data regulations, but China is out there, being very proactive.
So it seems like they really have a vision for this.
Yeah. And for businesses, especially those operating in China, this is a big deal. Like, you got to understand how data ownership and access works there.
Right, because it's not the same everywhere.
Yeah. God.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks here. China's Anti-Money Laundering Law, AML, how are they balancing things like security and privacy?
This is such a good example. They've really updated this law, and there's a lot of focus on protecting data, even when it comes to, preventing financial crimes.
So it's not just about stopping bad guys. It's about doing it the right way, like respecting privacy.
Right, like respecting people's rights while also, making sure things are, legitimate.
Exactly. So break it down for us. What are the big changes? What do people need to know?
Okay, so the biggest change is that financial institutions, like banks, for example, they have to protect the information they collect for AML purposes, like names, addresses, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so that all makes sense. But like, what happens when those AML requirements, like, I don't know, kind of clash with someone's privacy,
Right. Like, what if you're sending money overseas and suddenly your bank needs a ton more information about you?
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Exactly. It can feel like a bit of an invasion of privacy, even if it's for a good reason.
Right. It's complicated for sure. Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about AI and copyright law. Like, this is where it gets really, really interesting. So picture this. You're an artist and you're using AI to make like amazing art, right? Who owns the copyright?
Ooh, yeah.
Is it you? Is it the AI? Like, whose is it?
Well, courts all over are trying to figure that out, and China's right in the middle of it all.
Really?
Oh, yeah. In fact, the Beijing Internet Court, they actually said AI-generated images can have copyright.
Wow, so the AI is like an artist.
Well, there's a catch.
I figured there might be.
They emphasize the human element, Like the person creating the prompts for the AI.
So you're saying it's the person who tells the AI what to do, that person's the artist.
It's like they're collaborating.
So it's not just the AI spitting out random stuff, it's like a partnership.
You got it. And it's not just a one-off case either.
Really?
It's happening all over China. This idea that stuff made with AI, it can be copyrighted.
So we're like rewriting the rules of authorship, it sounds like.
That's a great way to put it. And it's happening fast.
So like, where does this even go? Like, how are we even going to define who's the artist in the future?
Right. And it gets more complicated as AI just keeps getting better and better.
Totally. Okay, let's move over to Hong Kong now. They're doing some pretty interesting things.
They're really ahead of the curve, especially with AI and data security.
Yeah, it seems like they're really trying to get ahead of the game before things get, messy.
Exactly. Their privacy commissioner, the PCPD, they're really big on responsible AI, like making sure it's used ethically.
Okay, so that's the theory, but are they actually, like, doing anything?
Oh, yeah, they're taking action. Like, remember that data breach with the South China Athletic Association?
Yeah, vaguely.
So they lost, like, a ton of data, names, IDs, even photos.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
It's a big deal. Like, over 72,000 members were affected.
So what happened? Did the PCPD, like, step in?
Oh, yeah, they came down hard. They hit them with an enforcement notice basically saying, fix this now.
So they had to, like, improve their security and stuff.
Big time. Plus, they had to tell everyone whose data got leaked and offer credit monitoring.
Wow, so they mean business.
Oh, yeah, they're serious about protecting data.
That makes me think, like, this could happen to anyone.
Exactly. It's a good reminder that we all need to be careful with our data online.